Good morning. This is my day 3 in Arunachal. It's a beautiful morning with clear skies, and I am busy with the morning ritual of loading my bike with the packed luggage. Though I do not expect a rain along the road to Tawang, but things could change any time. As the old saying, लद्दाख का मौसम, कश्मीर की कसम और मुंबई की फैशन का कोई भरोसा नहीं. I think it is applicable to this part of Himalayas too. We cannot predict the weather in any high altitude region. I have now reached Dirang town and the time is around 7 am. I am on the lookout for a tea shop, but none of them are open yet. I decide to go further, expecting that I could find a place for tea and refreshment en route. Closer to Dirang, the road is narrow, but as you cross the region, the road becomes wider. There is a cold breeze and not much traffic. In fact, no one on the road to chase except your own shadow. So you can listen to some good music and ride leisurely. This is another army station, and Tawang is about 128 kilometers away, and Sela Pass is around 51 kilometers. The stretch to Sela Pass could be the most difficult ride, as Sela Pass behaves differently at different times. It is okay in summer, but winter and rainy season will cover the road with slush or snow, making it a task to ride through. Though we are now in the fag end of the winter season, the winter has been extended this year, and we might see some snow along the way. The low density of population is quite evident in this area. Except for the army or BSF camps, the area is thinly populated with very few houses. I took the first break at an army post before reaching Sela Pass. This is the abode of Sela warriors. This is a very scenic place, and there is a small canteen run by the army. It was around 8 am when I reached, and they were making tea and bread pakoda, which I could buy and eat. In fact, they have a proper Madras cafe inside with hot dosha, idli, etc. But that was not yet open. Then suddenly the weather changed and I decided to take out and put on my rain gear because as I get closer to the pass, it would be a pain to stop the vehicle and put on the rain gear. Interesting to see laborers starting their work early in this harsh weather. This is a strategic road that goes to China border, and so it's an important route to keep it operational for India all year long. Now we can see the snow along the roadsides. The weather is chilly and visibility is getting lower due to the fog. These are indicators to expect snow as we move further. From the army post of the Sela warriors, it's about I think 10 or 12 kilometers to reach the Sela pass. I don't recollect exactly. Finally, I arrived at the Sela pass, but I had to stop around 100 meters before to take some pictures and video, as it looked like there is some black ice ahead. After crossing Sela Pass, then I realized that my phone has not been capturing properly. I don't know if it is the cold weather effect or some other factor that did not allow my phone to focus well. But as we climbed down and the weather became warmer, that issue got resolved. I have now crossed the pass and this is about 1 kilometer ahead. There are still some snow and a few spots were slippery as well. I had to be alert and cautious to ride without any slip or fall. Being a solo rider this time, I had to be more careful. When part of a group, you always have your fellow riders for any kind of help and assistance. But when riding solo, you are always on your own. So it is important to take all precautions and to ride slow and safe.
हमेशा रहेगा चाय चाय पानी का हमेशा ऐसा रहेगा.
After riding for about 30 minutes, I reached Jaswantgarh, where there is a nice army canteen serving free hot water and tea for the travelers. They also had a bread pakoda, hot samosa and some sweets. I bought and ate some of them and filled my flask with the hot water. I drank 2 cups of tea as well. This is the view from the balcony at the back side of the canteen, and that's the road that I came. As I was about to leave, I observed that my bike's rear end had become very soft and bouncy. After riding for a short distance, I stopped to check and found there is a problem. There is a problem with the rear monoshock. I'm not sure if it is the cold climate that caused the issue or it is due to a normal wear and tear as the bike is almost 3 years old. I guess the oil is dried up and the spring action is missing. So every bump or pothole was hitting me bad, and hence I knew I had to ride very slowly and carefully as I may not be able to find a mechanic at least until I reach Tawang. Tawang is only about 50 kilometers from here, but I'll be taking longer time as I must maintain a slow pace because of this monoshock failure. Okay, I'm seeing a heavy duty Scania truck towing the artillery gun broke down and they are trying to rectify it. The high altitude and the incline must have been tough on the vehicle, and I could see a lot of smoke emanating from it. The road from here to the bridge below is very steep, and considering the condition of my shock absorber, I must ride very slowly and carefully. As I ride further, the road becomes better and wider, thanks to the road widening work that's happening at many places. It's noon now and the temperature is also a bit high, making me thirsty and hungry. That's when I spot a small restaurant where I stop for tea and noodles.
अच्छा गरम बना रहा है
Tawang is just 30 kilometers from here. I have reached the outskirts of Tawang. I am planning to take the small road with a steep incline to reach my homestay. I have already booked a homestay for the next 2 days. I have reached the area of homestay, but there are no signboards here. Luckily, a small boy came over saying hello. He knew the place and directed me to the homestay. It was off the main road and hardly 50 meters away. It was a nice residential location. And the room was nice and spacious, good for a small family. It had all the basic facilities including a big bed, table, sofa and an electric heater, all for rupees 1200 per day. After a brief settling period and a bath, I went for an early evening walk. What you see here is the giant Buddha statue of Tawang. I'll be visiting it tomorrow anyway. This is the main market area. It is nice to roam around in the winter months as it does not drain much energy, and we can have a good relaxed walk. Here is a small snack counter selling some really hot snacks suiting the weather. There is pakoda, jalebis and hot badam milk. As it was getting dark, I headed back. On my way, I had a small chat with local taxi drivers and inquired about the route to Bumla, where I plan to visit day after tomorrow. They gave me their views on the route and told me about the paperwork required to take the permit for visiting Bumla. The inner line permit taken to visit Arunachal, that is not sufficient to visit Bumla Pass, as it is the actual China border. We need to get a special permit from the DC office and get it attested at the army post near War Memorial. Only then will we be allowed to visit Bumla Pass. So the plan for tomorrow is to first get this special permit and then do some local sightseeing.
मतलब गाड़ी जा सकते हैं उतना जाना है, उतना तो ज़्यादा नहीं ना।
I reached back at the homestay by around 7:30 p.m. As I had already informed them to cook dinner for me, the dinner was ready. It was a homely meal with Arunachal flavors. I had rice, dal and the local midhun meat. It is close to beef but bit harder. After that good meal, I rest my day and eagerly looking forward to the day 2 in Tawang.